Customs and Border Protection has been setting up checkpoints for people leaving the United States.
Multiple unexpected U.S. checkpoints appeared just before the Peace Arch crossing this past week, causing lengthy delays for travelers heading north into B.C.
Their job is to protect the border and check people trying to come into the United States. We don't know why they're doing this. My speculation is they're wanting to normalize outbound checkpoints so that at some point they can clamp down and keep people in the country. Imagine this, if it takes them 30 minutes to search every car, they could in fact close the border without ever really closing the border. Restricting freedom of movement is one of the ways that authoritarian regimes maintain compliance in their population. This article says China has blocked 23 million people from buying tickets due to a low social credit score. Customs and Border Protection has called for tech companies to pitch real-time facial recognition technology that can capture everyone in a vehicle. CBP spokesperson tells Wired that the agency plans to expand the program for real-time facial recognition. The most dangerous man in America isn't Trump, it's Alex Karp, Palantir CEO. Palantir's flagship product, AIP, is already embedded in U.S. military operations, helps with target acquisition, battlefield logistics, drone coordination, predictive policing, and data fusion on a scale that would make the NSA blush. I've got a whole big post on it on my Substack, but I want to highlight this. AI targeting systems have already been used to kill tens of thousands of people in Gaza. The program that the IDF used is called Lavender, and they used it to build target lists. Lavender used all sorts of data like your GPS, like who you were messaging, who you were calling, who you were associated with on social media. From that, the AI, not humans, AI built target lists, and then they dropped real bombs on them. The army also decided during the first weeks of the war that for every junior Hamas operative that Lavender marked, it was permissible to kill 15 to 20 civilians. The army, on several occasions, authorized the killing of more than 100 civilians in the assassination of a single commander. Again, these are target lists that AI built. It used all these records that said this guy lives in this house and there's probably 15 to 20 civilians, and then they said bomb it. And it made mistakes. Lavender sometimes mistakenly flagged residents who happened to have a name and nickname identified to that of an operative, and Gazans who use a device that once belonged to a Hamas operative.
Some of the targets mistakenly flagged by the system included relatives of Hamas operatives, those with social media connections to Hamas members, and even people who happened to have the same names as Hamas operatives.
All of those people were put on target lists by the AI, and then they got bombed with real bombs and murdered. I can foresee a future where AI powered by Palantir identifies political dissidents based on facial recognition as they try to cross the border into Canada. Then they will get pulled aside, they will get sent to a camp, tortured, murdered, their bodies dumped into a mass grave. This happened to Hassan Piker this week. He's a Twitch political streamer with more than 2 million subscribers. He was pulled aside after Global Entry scanned his face and then interrogated.
I'm sitting there and they're asking me about Trump. They're asking me about like Hamas. And he kept saying stuff like, do you like Hamas? Like, do you support Hamas? Do you think Hamas is a resistance group?
TikToker Savannah Pinder faced the same thing in Miami. Global Entry scanned her face and she got pulled aside and interrogated. She sells anti-Trump t-shirts.
I posted a video a couple days ago talking about how I got detained as a United States citizen born and raised.
My own Global Entry was revoked 2 weeks after I started speaking out against the regime. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services has come out and said they are monitoring the social media of immigrants. They are flat out admitting they are monitoring social media activity of immigrants. What do you think the chances are that they're not doing that for everybody else too? If you're watching this, your name is likely already on different lists. Here's how it's going to work. Their AI systems are creating different priority lists for different targets based on your online activity, your associations, your words. You will be placed on various lists, and then they'll take action on those lists. But I can see a dystopian future where those at the top of the list are kidnapped by masked men thrown into unmarked vehicles just like they're doing to immigrants right now. If and when they start to truly go after political dissidents, top of the list are going to be judges, journalists, union leaders, activist leaders. Then it'll be dissidents with specialized knowledge and training like veterans, people who work in AI. They will purge intellectuals in higher learning institutes. And eventually they will move down their target list to normal people who have voiced dissent about the regime. You know, I was going to tell you to watch what you post, watch what you say, scrub your social medias, but I don't think that matters. They already have a tremendous amount of data on each and every one of us. The only thing that will save you, that will save me, me is if we stop this authoritarian takeover. That's it. Nothing else will save you. Look at the Night of the Long Knives. Hitler murdered hundreds of his own most loyal stormtroopers. So even being a loyal little bootlicker will not save you in a regime like this. The only way to be safe is to stop this machine before it truly gets rolling.